Now that we've explored the basics of creating sketches, let's create some geometry. Start with a new design and change the units to inch units. We'll start a new sketch on the plane that aligns with the top face. Next, we'll use the sketch pull down, go to rectangle, and then select the center point rectangle. Now, we'll move the mouse to the origin of the sketch, left click, and then drag out the rectangle till it's roughly 3 inches by 3 inches. Notice that the bottom dimension is highlighted and will snap in increments based on the grid settings. With a left click, the rectangle becomes a 3 by 3 square. Notice that no manual dimensions were added. We just simply dragged the rectangle until it was 3 by 3. Because of this, the dimension values will disappear, which leaves the size of the rectangle unconstrained. And that's okay because right now we're not focusing on placing sketch dimensions. Next, navigate up to the sketch dropdown and select center diameter circle from the circle options. Place the center point at the sketch origin and drag it out to roughly 1 inch in diameter. You'll notice that if we drag directly along the main Y or X axis, we can get exactly an inch. If we drag at a different angle, we won't be able to get exactly 1 inch because snapping is turned on in the sketch. At any point in time, you can hold the Control key on the keyboard, and this will allow you to override the snaps so we're no longer snapping to the grid. For now, just drag along the vertical axis until we're at a 1 inch dimension and then left click to create the circle. To stop the tool, press Escape on the keyboard. We've already seen that there are many ways to create a line. You can start the Line tool from the toolbar by using the right click to launch the marking menu, pressing the S key to open the toolbox, or simply by pressing L on the keyboard. As you get more experienced with Fusion 360, you'll naturally gravitate toward the technique that you find most comfortable, but it's good to explore the various options. If you right-click to use the marking menu, you can move down over the word Sketch to bring up the sketching options and see the Line tool at the bottom position. To make the most of the marking menu, you can simply right-click and drag straight down to create a line. We will start the line at the midpoint of the upper horizontal line and drag down roughly ½ inch, then left-click. Once you place the second point, notice that a green checkmark button appears. This allows you to stop from adding other segments to the line. For this lesson, we want to drag the line to the right until it intersects with the construction line, making sure that it's horizontal. Next, we will click on the last point, hold down the left mouse button, and drag down and to the right. This motion will begin to generate a tangent arc. Drag the arc down until it connects with the vertical line on the right and is tangent to it. After releasing the left mouse button, press the Escape key to finish the Line tool. If you look at the Line tool icon, notice that it's a straight line followed by a tangent arc. When placing lines, hovering over that last point and holding down the mouse button allows you to transition to a tangent arc. There are icons that automatically appear in the sketch as constraints are automatically applied. The circle with the line signifies a tangent constraint. The icon shaped like an L signifies coincident constraint, and the two lines here signify a parallel constraint. If you hover over a constraint icon, it will highlight the entities connected by the constraint and any related icons. This icon shows a horizontal constraint was applied to one edge, and the others are either perpendicular or parallel. The profiles in a sketch that could be used to create 3D geometry are highlighted in yellow automatically. If I deselect the Show Profile option in the sketch palette, it will remove this highlighting, so it's really best to leave this option on. Now we will stop the sketch and save the file, giving it the name Sketch Basics and saving it to the Tier 2 folder so we can use it to learn other basic sketching tools before transitioning into creating 3D features.